Yeah, so for me, I wanted to create really a dream team around my wealth. And if you look at the family office structures that are out there today, they're all very unique based upon a specific family's requirements, what's most important to them, and things like that. But as I looked about to try to create my dream team, I realized that there were certain players, certain roles that I needed to put in place that would help me 10x my wealth. So what were those roles? Number one is CPA, a proactive CPA, someone who is a tax strategist that actually develops a tax strategy with you, right? And that works to actually proactively plan for these taxes rather than having someone who is a tax preparer and who's just looking in the rearview mirror to actually file your taxes. You want a tax planner. That's a very key role. Also, an asset protection attorney is key. It's very important that we actually protect these assets that you work so hard. You work your whole life, to build up your wealth, whatever that might be for you. But don't you want to have some sophisticated protection strategies in place? So having an asset protection attorney, which could then involve a series of different trusts, potentially domestic asset protection trust is one good strategy that could be leveraged. A revocable trust is another one. So there's different ways you can use multiple different trusts in your asset protection is part of that. So that would be another team member. Also think someone on the life insurance, infinite banking side, knowing that that's a very key part of the strategy. You want to have someone who can provide ongoing coaching and support with your infinite banking, which is something we help our clients with, because it's really a process, right? It's not necessarily a product that you just plug in. It's a process. So the more you can become educated on how you use it, you're going to get the maximum amount of value out of that. So that would be another key player. Also someone who is very knowledgeable in estate planning. In our virtual family office, we have someone who worked inside a family office for almost 20 years and does, comprehensive estate planning and is very used to, sophisticated structures as well as basic structures, but they really, really are an expert on how to create proper estate planning for future generations, because the last thing you want to do also is work your whole life to create this wealth, and then half of it is gone to either probate or taxes, that just gets absorbed by. And then another one that I think is so paramount, and again, if you've listened to one of our earlier sequences where we've talked about basically the formula for wealth, right? That includes having physical capital is one of the key components. I think another member on your team should be a functional medicine doctor. And very similar to wealth, right? Why go to the healthcare system, which is really disease care? You go there if something is wrong with you or is broken. But if you have a relationship with a functional medicine doctor, they're looking at you proactively and 360 degrees on, how is your health performing, all around? How can you optimize that? What are some challenges you may have, maybe from your genetics or from your lifestyle, that you can proactively start to mitigate and put a plan in place to do that, right? So having that functional medicine doctor is very key. It's much more in line with integrative medicine and that type of approach. And then, the last one that I'll throw in that's, super important as well is if you have some type of, accountability partner, or whether that be through a business coach, that you might have a life coach, or one of those, who can help you along with your personal and professional growth, is a key role as well.